Hey, what is up? It's Mellow Mage here, bringing another gameplay commentary. This is a TDM match on Azura, so yeah, this is also my first commentary as Mellow Mage, and my first gameplay. I know this gameplay isn't exactly all that great. I think I go 10 for 1, but it was the best I could do on short notice, and I felt it was necessary. I had to do a gameplay commentary and get a gameplay as Mellow Mage. I couldn't do it as Defect Mage. It wouldn't be right. So here it is, Mellow Mage. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into it in this commentary. I know in my previous commentary I talked about what was killing Judgment. What is hurting Judgment? What's making it suck so badly that the population is just falling straight back to Earth. And I talked about that briefly, and I talked about what the main contributing factor was just a lack of content, bottom line. And there were other factors involved, such as it was different from any other Gears game. It changed the bare bones outline of what a Gears of War game typically is, and that hurt it amongst its hardcore fans. But it hasn't really brought in more people as Epic thought it would. And really, I think what I'm going to talk about in this particular commentary is what I think if Epic if they want to salvage Judgment, there's very little they can do, and this is assuming, they really do listen to their fans on the Epic game forums, which I've seen them make some threads and talk to people and such. And this is assuming they make changes, such as with the melees, stuff related to grenades and weapon balance issues. Assuming they make all these changes, but the one thing they could do that could salvage this game, and I don't know, maybe it won't even help it grow the population, but the one way I think they could really save face and salvage this game, and maybe it'll sell better, maybe the online population will grow more steadily, but the one thing I think they could do is add value to this game. I mean, they need to add value so desperately, and I haven't heard too many people talk about this. Mostly everybody's talked about, the flaws in the game that I've talked about, such as how different it is, and just the lack of content. But they could address the content issue by adding some value to this game. In particular, what I'm getting at here, when you first play Judgment, no DLC, none of that crap. When the game first came out, you had 5 overrun maps, you had 5 regular multiplayer maps. Now, that's important because you think back to Gears 3, you had more than 5. I believe Gears 3 had 8? Maybe something like that. And you just had more value with Gears 3, and it was obviously consistent with what a Gears game was, but look at the DLC recently that was released for Judgment. 1,000 Microsoft points, and all you got was 2 measly goddamn regular multiplayer maps and 1 overrun map. Yeah, you got Master at Arms. That's so wonderful. Another copy and paste Call of Duty gameplay mode. Wonderful, let's just really make it obvious that we're copying Call of Duty. Nice job, Epic. But for 1,000 Microsoft points, if I had paid that, and I'm glad I didn't, because I'm glad I said the hell with Judgment. For 1,000 Microsoft points, for all that, I felt like I just got goddamn robbed blind. Look at Gears 3 and what you had there. You paid 800 Microsoft points for Phoenix Rising. You had 5 maps. 5 maps for 800 fucking Microsoft points. Not 1,000, not 1,600, 800 Microsoft points, and you got 5 maps. That was value. Let's ignore, new characters. Let's ignore weapon skins. 5 goddamn maps. And then you go over to Forces of Nature. Another 800 Microsoft points. Another 5 freaking maps. 1,600 Microsoft points. You had 10 maps. Compared to Judgment with 1,000 Microsoft points. There's not even a real fair comparison there. You can't even begin to compare it, because Epic needs to make a decision here, what I'm getting at. They need to either say, to hell with Overrun, or regular multiplayer, pick whichever one they want to stick with, and add value to that, because I don't see them being able to do that with those two game modes, because they have to have. You're going to be taking up space on the disc if you're going to be making different maps for different parts of the game. You're not going to be able to add enough value. You're just not. And they pick regular multiplayer or overrun, whatever it may be. And it may have to be regular multiplayer because there's just more people playing Domination, TDM, Execution, and Free-for-all than they are playing Overrun. Overrun's a great game mode, but it just... most people, when they play a Gears of War game, they want to play something more traditional, necessarily. And they're going to have to pick between those two, and they're going to have to add value. You don't see that. Like I said, this is all assuming Epic makes necessary, balance changes, and they do listen to their community and people on the Epic game forums. And I've seen them make messages on there and threads, but this all goes back to value. You don't see that. You're not seeing that in Judgment. You paid $60 for Gears 3 and $60 for Judgment. You had far more content in Gears 3 compared to Judgment, and it just makes Judgment feel like it's just a half-assed game. It really does give the impression they just threw this game together just so they can get another Gears game out before the new consoles came out. And they may very well have been doing this with the intention of trying to see, if this was something they wanted to do for the next Gears game, or if they wanted to do another Gears trilogy or something. But I got no way to prove that. I've just heard people talk about that, and I sort of agree that's a possibility. Alright, anyways, this gameplay commentary is coming to an end, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it a bit short and just give a quick channel update. Big shout out to my to Mellowgow, especially Mellow Marzi and Mellow Monroe for giving me a shot. I really do appreciate it, guys. You will not regret it. Thank you for taking me in. Really, I am very grateful. And I'm just very stoked to be in Mellow. Alright, and I'm supposed to do dual randoms with my buddy Jetlags. I'm not sure what the ETA is going to be on that, but that'll be out shortly, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits, so I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.